right? So, and I'm giving the salary. Salary is suppose 40,000 guys. I'm giving 40,000. Location is the HYD. But actually, the salaries for each one 20 below 20 only. Actually, mistakenly I'm giving the 40. Enough, right? Actually, the salary I want to give for each one maximum 20 or below 20, 17 or 16 or 15 like that. But mistakenly I'm giving the 40. At that time, I want to fill the condition. I want to check it. What salary you are giving? You are giving 20, 20 below or not? 20 below, then insert. In that case, what we do? We apply the check constraint, guys. Now, how to create the table means observe here. So create table. Table name is emp. So ID, which is integer. I take the primary key. Next one, suppose name, which is a varchar of some 20. Which one this one? Let's take the not null. Then let's take the salary integer. Then you take here check the bracket. The bracket take here salary less than or equal 20,000 only, like this. And comma. What next column? Location is the right location, which is a varchar of some 20 like this. So this is the way we use the which one check constraint, guys. So this is the ID, name, and the salary and the location like this. So all of it. So what is happening here? This is the table I'm creating, right? I'm creating. Now I am giving this data, guys. Now I am giving the data here. I am giving this data. So in this case, first ID value, yes, constraint satisfied, primary key. Next, second one, name, yes, it's satisfied. Next 40,000 I am giving, it's not satisfied, then data will not insert. I'm checking whether the salary satisfying this one or not. I am giving 40,000. So 40,000 less than or equal 20,000 is false. So data will not insert. Suppose I'm giving here 10,000, guys. I'm giving 10,000, right? So ID taking the 10, name taking the Sai, and the salary and 10,000 I'm giving, right? 10,000. So 10,000 less than 20,000. Yes, true. And I'm giving the allocation. Yes, is working. That's all. All right. So the same table, if I create in current version, it will create, but data also will take. Do not check the condition, guys, because in the MySQL it is not implemented check constraint. Now all of you observe, already EMP is there. Let's take EMP1 now. Right now I am giving the same data. EMP1 values. So 10,000 I am giving condition satisfied, right? That's fine. I am giving suppose 40,000. Yes. What happened here? Someone writing the red line, right? So right now all of observe. So MySQL, which version? 8.0. Up to 15, it doesn't support. Yes or no? Right? But in my case, I'm using the version 8.0 something 25. I'm using the version. MySQL, which version I'm using in my laptop? Previously, I used 5.0. Previously, the last batch. At the time, not supported. But recently, before the batch started, I'm taking the new version. What's the current version? 8.0.25 is the 25, 26 something. This is my current version. That's why it's supporting in my laptop. Suppose in your laptop you have the old version, try with 5.0. No error, it will take. Here I am giving the 40,000. It will take. It allows. It will not throw error. The old versions, no error will come. latest versions are error will come because latest versions it is implemented. Which one? Check constraint. Okay. So what happened here? I am giving the 10, right? But here it's throwing the which one error because of what? Check. Now I do a thing here. Already 10 is the right. I take the 11 for example, guys. I take the head change. Name duplicate allows, right? Because of not null. And it also allows I am giving something 35, 30 for example, right? Again, see here, check constraint is validated. Allow, right? Take the notes, check constraint, check constraint. At a point there, it is used. It is used to check any condition, any condition, any condition before inserting data, right? Inserting data. Then, right. Check constraint is not implemented in a MySQL old versions. But it is implemented in the latest versions. We can use multiple check constraints in one table. In one table, guys. It allows this example. If you observe here, EMP1 underscore CHK underscore 1, right? Means for every constant, it creates an ID. It creates one ID, guys. It's called constant ID. Or right. Next one, default constraint. Default, default constraint. Default constraint. Right. Now all of you observe. Right now in the class, both online and offline, around the 85, 90 are there. Right. I ask the names. All are having the different names. Almost all having the different names. Okay. If I ask your location, hometowns also almost different, right? Next, if I ask, suppose institute name, then all having the same value for this column, NTH all. If I ask the course name, again, which one here also, same course name. Right now, MySQL like this, friend course, right? So what is happening here? The name value changing, yes or no? Location changing, mobile changing, your mobile changing for everyone is different mobile number is there. But INAME is different, INAME is same for all the people. And also what is there here? Course also same for all the people. Now I want to give the data, of all the people here. Now what do I do here? So just I'm taking for example, Sai, first one, different name, location, he's from Bangalore, for example. Mobile number, some mobile number like this, mobile number. What's the course name, institute name, NTH, courses, for example, MySQL. Next one, second one, suppose Nani here, let's take the Chennai, okay, and some number like this, right? Again, same value here also, right? Outward here also, okay, same, right? Same value, guys. Like that, if you take 1,000 students, for example, for 1,000 people, what's common value here? NM plus course common value. So now I know same value for all people. If I know same, then why to give manually? I set it as a default INAME NTH. I set by default course is MySQL. So that while giving the data, I don't give these two. They come automatically. Enough, right? While giving data, these two I don't give. They generate automatically because all from the same course, all from the same institute. Maybe the name changing, location changing, mobile changing, right? But I name default value NTH. Course the default value MySQL like that. Okay. So means if you want to set any default value, then you go for which one? Default constraint, right? Let us see now. I take the one table, all of you observe here. All of you observe. I take now create table. Table name is I take the suppose students of ID which is int. Then I can take the primary key over. Next one, let's take the name which is varchar of some 20 like this. Then I name which is varchar of some 20. I'm taking now default value is NTH. That's all. I name what default value I'm giving NTH. Next one, course. Okay, course I'm giving which is a varchar of some 20. It's also I'm giving default value to one Suppose MySQL is the default value. That's all. Right. Now, anything is here? Syntax. Where comma? Sorry, here. Right. Over. Now, what do I do here? First of all, it's a description here. Students description. Right. We can see now. All of you. Previously, what was default? Well, displayed null displayed. Now default for iname. What default value now? NTH default value now. What default for the course? MySQL is the default value. Means if I don't give values for iname and iname, it takes NTH by default. If I don't give value for the course, it takes MySQL by default. In case of name, I don't give the value, it takes a null by default. ID also takes a generally null value, but right now primary key is there, null is not possible. But generally, null is the default value. Right? Now, insert the data here. So insert into what table name? Students values of. I am giving the one. I am giving the Sai. I am giving only ID and name, not the iname, not the course. If I click enter, the data will insert or any error. Anybody? If I click enter, the data will insert or any error will come. Error? Why error? Insert? Sure. If not insert, then what is the why error now? Why error? Anybody? Let's specify the columns. Let's specify the columns because actually the table, how many columns are there? 4 columns are there. But how many values I am giving here? 2 values. At that time, let's specify one. Go to so and so column. Sai, go to so and so column. Let's specify. If you do the 4 values, then no need of columns. It takes automatically order. So here I am saying that here to specify here. One, go to ID column. Sai, go to the name column. That's all. Now we can see here. I take one more here. One more now. I'll take the suppose 2. Let's take now here. Right, Nani guys. So now select the star from students. Right, students. You can see. I name a default value. What came here? NTH. And the course default value. What came here? MySQL here. While giving the data, I did not give the NTH. I did not give the MySQL. Became automatically because the set as a default NTH, default MySQL. Now, suppose I want to take one more student, Satya, is not from the MySQL course. He's not from the MySQL, not from the NTH. From ABC Institute, and course is some UI course. At that time, is it possible? Insert into which table? Students, right? Students values of. I am taking the 3. His name is Satya. And his course is now institute name, right? So ABC Institute, and he is the UI student, UI course. If I click enter, it also insert or any error will come. Insert or error. Think once. Sure. Why? But here, what about this default NTH, default MySQL? Anyone? Right. So the default value means if you don't have the actual value, then default value will come. If you give the actual value, the main value takes a main value only. Default value, and this is the main, right? Main value. So here I'm saying that one go to the ID. Next, Sai, go to the name. Now for iname value not giving here, that's why taking the default value. You are not giving, so default value coming. That's all. Next, for a course, you are not giving the value here. That's why it's taking the MySQL default course. Here also, I'm saying that 2 for which one ID. Next Nani for what here? Name. So next one I name. For I name, you are not giving the value, so it's taking the default value. That means if you don't give the value, it takes a default value. Are you clear, right? What's the point? If you don't pass the value, it takes the default value. Suppose here I'm giving the ABC for the which one I name. It takes ABC only at the default value. All right? It gives priority for our value first of all. If our value is not there, it takes default. If our value is there, it takes our value only, not the default value. Okay. Now the data will insert here. Insert here. Yes, you can see now. You can see here. And next, I'll take here which one 4 24. Let's take the here Rohan, and I don't want to give the which one Rohan from the NTH only. Now tell me here again what to do now. Add the columns. 4 go to the ID. Next Rohan go to where? Name. Then UI third well UI go to where? Post. That's all. Now out of 4 columns, for 3 columns you are passing the value. So giving the 4 for ID, Rohan for the name, UI for the course, and one more column not getting the value. So it takes the default value. What is that column? I name. It takes a default NTH, right? Default NTH. Now you can see here. You can see now. I am giving the only UI for Rohan, right? Rohan UI I am giving. That's why it's taking the default. Which one again? NTH. All of clear, right? So take this one. Default constraint. Right there. So it is used. To set any default value. Default value for a specific column. Specific column, guys. For a specific column. Right. Or so what next one? For Nikki, right? That we see tomorrow class. Thank you guys. Bye.